Sorry, I think I have an issue with my laptop, so I'm just gonna restart the computer. Just gonna restart my computer. So just bear with me, okay? So yeah, and meanwhile, I think most of you, please open make.com and wait for my further instructions. Don't try. I will explain each and everything in detail, okay? So I'll be back in, let's say, 3-4 minutes, okay? Yeah, I'm back. Sorry for the trouble with the system. Can everyone hear my voice now properly? Uh, cool. Thank you. So now I'm going to share my screen and see if everything works well. Cool. Thank you. And sorry for the disturbance. I think we all have some issues with our laptops, right? Okay, I'm going to continue without any yeah, waiting. Okay. So a question is, have everyone opened their make.com? Like, did everyone created their own account? Yes, no, maybe, problem. So when you open your account, it should look something like this. Like this is like your dashboard. I think you can also do it in your mobile phones if you have, if you're okay, you can also do it in mobile phones, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna continue, but if you have anything, anyone, please let me know. Okay. So make.com is one of the best platforms to create AI agent workflow. Okay. The other platform that is very popular is called N8N. Okay. So this is very similar to which is the automation platform? I can't remember the name, but this is very good for automating any type of AI task. Okay. So this will, you will look and you will see like, oh, wow, this is really, really good. Okay. So yeah, so this is like your dashboard where you can see your organization and everything. Okay, you can also see the organization details like the dashboard, how much you consumed over a period of time, how much data has been consumed and everything. Operations per month, I think you have 1,000 operations per month for free in the free tier. And if you are I think it's like $8 per month, which will give you something like 5,000 operations per month, which is so much. Okay. Yeah, so you have something called scenarios, which we are going to go in detail. Okay, scenarios is the most important thing, and we are going to see in detail about each and everything. Okay, and you have few tutorials. I think make.com also have like a make.com university where you can do online courses and get the certificate. Okay, I think that's good to have some sort of certificates to post in your LinkedIn or maybe social media. Okay. Okay, there is something called team section where you can actually select your team. So I can actually, we all together can create a team and we can all work on a single project. Okay, something like that. It is very similar to other software platforms. Okay. So users, how many users are using the platform? If you have invited someone, you can also look into them and do all the stuff and the other things. Okay. Subscription, so you can see what your subscription details are. So this is the free version, free forever. I think free version is really, really good because you have thousand you can actually get 1,000 plus standard apps and also, you know, many things. You can see all the information here. Okay, and $9 per month will give you 10,000 operations. Sorry, I thought it's 5,000, but it's 10,000 operations per month. Like it's very, very, very good. Okay, you can literally create a big company with this thing. Pro, yes, this is other platform subscription details and everything, and you can see what you can do with all this information. Okay, and payments, like all your information about the payments for your company, if you want to do it. Install that is actually, you can connect this to Figma, you can connect this to Slack, you can connect this to what are the Trello, you can connect this to Google Drive, something like that. So you can connect to different apps. Okay. Variables, this is something that is not required for you because this is a little bit advanced and this is not required for you to know right now. Okay. uh, Scenario properties, this is also very, very rare cases that you'll be using these things. Okay, so we're not going to get into this one. And in the left hand side, you have a very interesting navigation bar where you can see your organization details, your team details, okay, and scenarios, AI agents, which is literally very new into make.com. Like it is still in beta testing, which means it is not what I can say ready for the real world scenarios, but it is okay. Okay, it is okay to use it. And you have templates where you can actually check into the templates, different types of already existing scenarios. and you can use them on the go. So you can see this is a template where you can send a Gmail email from a new Google Sheets row. So just from the Google Sheet, you can actually send the email to, okay? So for CRM, for Notion, you can see you can connect a lot of things. You can connect Canva design, you can do Discord and Telegram bot, you can do WordPress, social media. I mean, there are like hundreds, I think hundreds of different templates you have. Okay, so these are all existing templates that you can use for your flow, or you can create your own. Okay, so you can see all these things, but we're going to use a new one. Okay, so scenarios, we're going to go to scenarios. So these are the scenarios that I have created for the previous students. Okay, there's no need for you to know all these things. I'm just showing you all the things that I created before. Okay, now what is a scenario? Okay, scenario is nothing but the entire flow. Workflow is also called as scenario. Okay, so let's say if you are trying to send information from your Google Sheets to Google Drive, and from Google Drive to ChatGPT, and from ChatGPT to maybe your LinkedIn or Instagram or something like that. So this is entirely called as a workflow, generally in technical terms. And in this make.com, you'll be calling this as a scenario. Scenario is nothing but the total structure of a workflow. Okay, that is what a scenario is. So I'm going to create a new scenario because we're learning this platform. So we are going to go from very basic level. Okay. So you can see it's a very nice looking UI UX for you to use it. So you can see this big plus symbol is nothing but it's called module. So what is a module? A module is nothing but an independent unit. So a Gmail module is something where you can connect your Gmail so that you can send emails and receive emails. A ChatGPT module is a module where you can use ChatGPT link so that you can use ChatGPT in here. Yeah, you can actually have weather module where you can create a weather fetching API, and you can send that to whatever the sources that you want to. So there are many different modules. I think there are hundreds of modules existing. Okay, so this, when you click on this plus sign, you can actually create a module. Okay, and you can see this is a very interesting. Again, the left navigation bar the same, and at the bottom you have something called run once, different things which we'll be learning in the coming next class. Okay, not now. So in today's class, I'm just going to show you a very basic demo of how to use make.com. Okay, so this will be very simple for you to understand. Once you get the gist of it, you can actually use it for building other things. Actually, interestingly, one of the students from the last cohort actually created a workflow for, actually, I think this for, I can't remember. Yeah, it's for financial related transactions. So the financial transactions, all the data has been collected by the AI, and it tries to give you how you can make the things better. Okay. So that has been created by one of our students in the last class. Okay. So maybe you can do something after learning all this stuff. Now, when I click on the plus symbol, it will be asking me what you want to connect. Like I have different types of things. You can see hundreds of different types of services like Gmail, Yahoo, Finance, or I mean, stock market. I have like hundreds of different options here. Okay. But I'm going to select a very basic thing. Okay. So I'm going to select something called weather API. Okay. So I'm going to select a module called weather module. So what this module can do, this module can actually fetch the data about the weather in a specific city or a country, something like that. Okay, so I'm going to select this one. Okay, so weather. So it actually get current weather. Okay, so I'm going to click on to this one. So you can see the interesting UI. It is actually the module, the weather module. Okay, and it is asking me a few questions before trying to go ahead. It is trying to ask me a few questions. So it is asking me, I want to enter a location by cities. Definitely, I don't want to enter by coordinates because I can't remember the coordinates of any city, but I can actually name the city name. Okay. So what is the city name that I can actually use? Okay. So I'll ask the class to actually give me a suggestion of which city I want to get the data from. Like any suggestions? Which city should I get the weather from? Kigali, Accra. Okay, Accra, Beni, Accra. Okay, let me see how many people can actually post about the cities. Lagos, Accra. Okay, is it Agra from Ghana, right? It's the capital of Ghana, right? Yes, cool. So let's go with the Accra. Accra, Ghana. So I have saved it. Okay, so now once you save the module, you can see this is actually showing a timer. Okay, uh, you will see why it is needed. Okay, the timer, you will see why it is needed, but you can see that's a very interesting UI. Now when you look into this one, you have another plus symbol. Okay, add another module. So you can see this is the module, and when you right click onto this one, you can actually see the settings. So you, if you want, you can change the settings from Accra to maybe other Nigeria or Lagos or Kigali or something like that. Okay. Also, you can run this module. Just running this module alone, you can actually run this module. Add another module to it. Add a error handle. Something you can rename it. You can rename it, and you can say, "I'll rename it," and I will say uh, Helicode class demo. Okay. What can I do? I can clone it. I can actually create a same copy of this thing. I can copy the module. I can add a node to it. Okay. This I can, when I click on this node, I can say this is for my lovely cohort 2 class. Okay. So you can look into the notes, like maybe if you want to know more about, okay, so you can write the notes for you to remember something like that. Okay. Now I'm gonna just see what will happen if I run this module, only this module. Okay, so I'm gonna click on this one. So you can see there was a timer here. Actually, you couldn't see because that was very fast, but actually you got something like this. Now this is a response. Okay, what is the response? So you can see the input is actually for the city Accra, Ghana, and then you got the output, which is nothing but the coordinate of Accra. Like this is the temperature here. I think it's 25.23 degrees centigrade over there, with atmospheric pressure 1014, air humidity 88, wind, is it cloudy? Yes, 100%. Sunrise August 4th, 11:26 a.m. Sunset 11:47 p.m. Status cloudy, something like that. So you got all this information. Okay, so this module have the capability to actually produce the different types of weather conditions of different cities. Okay, so you can see when you can look into this number one, it means that you got a response, one response from the module. Okay, so I can drag and drop anywhere here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to open another module. So what I'm going to do is that whenever I run this, I need to save all this data in Google Sheets. Okay, so I'm going to go to Google Sheets. Okay, so before going into Google Sheet, I will actually create a new Google Sheet. Okay, so I'm going to go to Google Sheets. And get a new Google Sheet. Okay, I'm going to name it as Helicode cohort 2. Okay, so this will be the city and maybe temperature, maybe humidity, something like that. Okay, so I'm going to get all the information here. Okay, I'm going to get all the information here. Okay, so I'm going to go back to make.com, and now you can see in the Google Sheet modules, it is asking, what do you want to do? I want to add a row, I want to update a row, I want to do different types of things. Okay, this is what I want to do. But the most important thing is I want to add a row. Okay, so I'm going to click on this one specifically. Okay, now in this module, it is trying to ask you a few things to do. Okay, so what are the few things? You have something called connection. So I can actually connect it because make.com has already been connected to my Gmail account. It is actually giving me my account details. If you can't see this, you can actually click on add button. So when you click on add button, you can actually see it is trying to ask you to connect again. So I'm gonna say cohort 2 demo, and I'm gonna sign in with Google. So it is going to give me some options to connect to my account. So I'm gonna connect with this account. Continue. So cohort 2 demo, that's the name that I have given to this new connection. Okay, so I have connected my Google account now. So you know that if I have connected to my Google account, it means that I can access my Gmail, my Google Sheets, my Google Drive, my Google Images, and many more other things. Okay, but we are only talking about Google Sheets now. Okay, so search. How do you want to search? So I want to search by entering manually. Okay, so it is asking me to give me spreadsheet ID. So when I'm actually entering by manually, it is asking me spreadsheet ID. So where can you get the spreadsheet ID? So if you can go to Google Sheets, you can see something here. So https docs google.com spreadsheets by D. So it is actually giving me something here. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this, go here, and then paste this one. Okay, the sheet name. So what is the sheet name? So it's nothing but sheet 1. Okay, so I'm gonna say sheet 1. Okay, so okay, so after giving all the instructions, I'm gonna click on save. So here you can see that because there is an error, it is actually showing me some sort of error. So it is asking me column range. Values must not be empty. So how many columns I want to go? I want to go from A to Z. Okay. So I'm selecting the range where I can actually get the details into. So once you actually selected the column range, it is asking me. So you saw in this one that you actually got different types of answers here. So temperature, this is all the output. Okay. So that output I will actually fetch here. So you can see when I click on this one, it is asking me what do you want. Okay, so you can see I want to know about the temperature, and B, I want to know about air humidity. Okay, and C, I want to know about status, something like that. Okay, anything else? Nothing. Okay, so out of the various parameters that I got in the output, I'm going to select 3 different things. It's my wish. I can actually select anything, but I've just selected randomly 3 different types of things, and I'm going to click on save. So now you can see there is no red mark here. Okay, so there is no red mark here. Now you can see this and this are actually connected, and you can see you can drag this and you can see really interesting animation. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna click run once. So when I'm clicking run once, what happens is that this entire scenario, so this contains 2 different modules. Module 1 is the weather API, module 2 is the Google Sheets. Okay, so this entire thing together is called as a scenario. Now when I click on this thing called run once at the bottom, the entire scenario is going to get executed. Okay, so you can see here when I'm clicking run once, so you can see it's happening. It has actually given you the answer, and you can also see the animation. It has actually given the information to Google Sheets, and you can see the answer, like you got the things and everything. So I will check in my Google Sheets whether the information has been captured or not. Okay, so let's see the Eureka moment. If I go here, ta-da, I can see, oh sorry, this is the temperature, humidity, and code. So you can see temperature, humidity, and code. I actually captured this data about Accra, which is in Ghana. Okay. So similarly, I can do for others as well. So I can go to settings. I will change Ghana to what's the capital of Rwanda? Is it Kigali, right? Kigali, yes. Kigali is in Rwanda. I'm going to save this. Okay, I'm going to run again. Okay, so you can see very interesting animation. It has gone through. So you got one message, which means yes, you got it, and another one message here, which means the 2 models has been successfully executed. Okay, So I'm going to go here and I'm going to see, yes, the second one is also, I got it. Okay. Whether I can enter the city name. 1 second. Okay, never mind. Okay, so you can see I can do literally a lot of different things. Now, when you're clicking this one, this entire thing is called as an operation. So when it is getting executed, it is called one operation. Okay, and this is one operation and this is another operation. So you have actually done two operations in this one scenario. So if you have seen previously, you can actually use 1,000 operations per month for free in the free tier. Okay, so like this, you can do a lot of things. Okay. So I'm gonna give one more example and I'm gonna continue the topic. Okay, so Lagos. Where you have this something called timer. It's called a scheduler. So scheduler is something, it will be executing every set period of time. So instead of every 5 minutes, I'm gonna say at regular intervals. So you can actually select at regular intervals, so maybe once in a day or every day, day of the week, day of the month. You can actually set the timer so that it will be automatically executed. Okay. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna set in 1 minute. Value is too small. Minimum value is 15. Okay. So I need to select 15 minutes because I'm using free tier. It is not giving me 1 minute thing. Okay. But I can save. Not yet. Yeah. And I can run again. Okay. So you can see again I'm running and everything is happening. Okay. So again, if I go back, I can see again the new data has been fetched, which is of Lagos, Nigeria. Okay. So this is how you can actually fetch the data from external providers. So this is just a simple example from weather API, but literally you can do with many other things. So if you go here, if you add a module, when you click on this one, you can see you can get a lot of other things like HTTP, which is where you can get the data from internet. Okay. So Telegram, if anyone has posted any message on Telegram, you can directly fetch it. Google Docs, LinkedIn, you can follow LinkedIn posts and you can automatically trigger the flow. You can do many things. Guys, this is too big to actually explain, but I'm explaining very basic things. Okay. I'm just going to delete it. Delete the module. Okay. So I think this is enough for today's class, but tomorrow we are going to go a little bit deeper with more flows. Okay. So this is like the demo for just the starters. Okay. Cool. Any questions until this point? If you have, you can ask me, or we can again meet tomorrow at the same time. Okay. Deborah, Emma, Peter, Mukamisha, how did you felt? Any questions? I think Benny already. Okay. Is this for creating websites and a lot of other things? So this is not for creating websites, Benny. This is only for the workflows. Okay. It's only for flow. Like, if you want to post something automatically to your social media, or if you want to do some tasks automatically, for that, you're going to use this platform. Creating websites is something that you will be doing in the later classes. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So Peter, Mukamisha, Emma, any questions? Please let me know. Okay. Thank you. Deborah. Trust me, Mukamisha, it's going to be more interesting in the coming classes. This is really, really is just starting. You'll be so much surprised that what you can do with AI. Like literally, there are many other things. But yeah, no worries. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So if anyone doesn't have any question, you can leave the class because that's all for today. We're gonna again start tomorrow. Okay. and I'll stay for 2 more minutes to take the questions. So Benny said, so what we just created was for weather workflow. Yeah, this is just a demo to show you what you can do with make.com. For that, I actually chose to fetch weather data and post that or save that in Google Sheets. Cool. At some point, I couldn't follow because network was disturbing. Cool. Emma, don't worry. I think you'll be having the recorded session. So, yeah, don't worry about it. And also, if you have anything, you can ask me in the AI chat, and I will come back to you and I will explain everything. Okay. So, yeah, cool. Hyperlit, I think it's okay to stop recording the class. I think that's it for today. Cool. So class, thank you so much for your time. Tomorrow we are going to have more interesting class with more interesting topics regarding the AI agent workflow. Okay, so you can actually do something like a homework by yourself. Like you can choose any topic and you can ask me in the tomorrow's class if you want to. Okay, so thank you everyone and good night from my time zone. So hope everyone will be having a good day ahead. So thank you and see you all tomorrow.
Okay, thank you too. Thank you. Bye bye.
Cheers, Matt. Cheers.
Thank you too. Thank you.
Cheers, Matt. Bye, Mukumin Shah.